Blind Mike and Kirk Minahan. We set the whole table between those two, between Blind Mike specifically and Dave. Boys, are you there?
Yo.
Oh, okay.
Yep. What's up?
You guys heard everything I just said, correct?
Yes.
What, in the last segment? Yes.
Yes. So I'll start with you, Kirk, since you were on the phone. Do you think I misrepresented any part of that story?
No, I don't think so. I think the conversation you and I had was very brief on that, whatever it was, Monday and Tuesday, right? A couple minutes?
Yep.
You gave your reasoning for it. I didn't really agree with it, but I said my core point was, and correct me if I'm wrong, you said essentially, I don't want to get into this war with this feminist, which, whatever. I don't really agree with that, but okay. But you can say whatever the hell you want on your podcast. I don't care. Correct?
Correct. Oh, I said, okay. And you were asked if someone else wrote it, would I have as big a problem? I said no. It's like Blind Mike's never really written a blog as far as I know. I don't want him leading us into a battle on the blog. Like what
right.
you say on the...
I think that was our...
Yeah.
Right.
When what says on Kirk Minahan is much more with you guys. What's said on the Barstool banner, Mike would it is direct reflection of Barstool Sports, and we may have to answer for whatever is said, and Mike would be the one speaking for us because he's the author.
We don't want the blind leading the stool.
Correct.
Right.
Correct.
Yeah.
And,
I thought you were saying my blog was sexist, which is what pissed me off.
Okay, so.
That's why, I know you said I'm going to say I'm joking or whatever. I meant it in the moment. I was fucking pissed. Especially because I thought you said that this blog was sexist in some way, which I didn't understand. If you don't want me writing personally, if you think I suck at writing, then that's fine.
Why? Who said that? Who used that? I said it was sexist. Why'd you think that? Kirk, you said that to him?
I don't know if I said it was sexist or not, but you a couple of times the conversation mentioned that you don't want to get into a battle with a woman over the story. You did say that.
I didn't with Mike leading it, correct.
Well,
I made it very clear I don't want Mike.
So,
Mike's written zero blogs.
So then you asked. I went on the podcast the next day, told the story and laid it out, and said Dave doesn't want you to write this post about this woman.
Correct.
Yeah, and I didn't understand that because Steve Robinson, our producer, told me to start writing more, which I was excited about. And this is a thing that was big on the show. I said to Kirk and Steve, I was like, you guys might be able to handle this better. Kirk said, you write it, so I wrote it. And then the next day, it's because I was too sexist to be posted. So I was like, what the fuck? I don't understand what's going on.
So it sounds like Kirk set you up for failure here.
No, I don't
know about that.
Well, why? Where are you getting the sexist from?
Up.
Where are you getting the sexist from?
I could smell this.
Where are you getting the sexist from? Minahan, you just said that you never said it. You never said it was sexist.
Shitheads that you work with. I'm not going to get lulled into this conversation.
What are you talking about?
That is not what happened.
I'm trying to help your guy.
We talked. No, you're absolutely not.
Who said it was sexist?
Create a little war between
Who
me
said
and
it
Mike,
was sexist? Who said it was sexist? Answer the fucking question, Minahan. You're not dealing with a blind idiot. Who said it was sexist?
You're not dealing with Tommy and fucking.
Who fucking said it was sexist? Answer it. Answer it. Answer it. Who said it was sexist?
David Portnoy?
You just said I didn't 2 minutes ago.
No, what you said to me was you don't want to get in a war with a woman over that. That is exactly
I said I don't want Blind
correct?
Mike leading it. We can replay the early clip. We were very clear, and you agreed with me.
Replay the earlier clip of our phone conversation?
I said, did I represent it accurately? You said yes.
I represented what?
My description, why I didn't want the blog up. It had nothing to do with sexism. What are you talking about?
Oh, absolutely. It had something to do with you didn't want us to.
I don't care if it was a guy. I don't want Blind Mike leading a battle.
Okay, then he won. Great. Okay, then he won.
I said I agreed with what he wrote. To you on the phone, I said I agreed with what he wrote.
Right, and then you said, I
so
don't
then
want to
how is it sexist?
Feminist is exactly what you said.
You set Mike up for failure.
Feminist.
Mike, where'd you get confused then, Blind Mike? You've heard me talk.
What do you mean? I'm just saying, if you agree with it, why couldn't it get posted?
Because Mike, we have a long history. Whether the person's crazy or whatever, we
get that,
in
and
battle.
I put that in the blog.
Shut up, Mike.
I get all that, but
Shut
I'm saying you agree.
Fuck up. You get right or wrong. People write articles about it because you're the author. You've written one thing, Mike. You're a nothing here. I don't want you leading those very important battles with you. I don't fucking trust you. How hard is that to see that I don't want you leading Barstool into battles when you've been here for a fucking minute and I don't trust you?
It's not at all. I was told to write, so I wrote.
No, you were told it was sexist.
Yes, after the fact. But I'm saying the reason I wrote it is because it was a thing involved with the show.
Who said it was
thing
sexist?
that you agree with.
I told this exact reasoning to Kirk Minahan.
It was because that's what I heard. Is because you didn't want going after a woman or something.
It had nothing.
Here's what I don't get. Here's what I don't get. What the fuck do you care if some group goes after us? We write something accurate about something, something stupid about them.
Because have you read the articles? Have you read the articles? No. It goes through an entire news cycle. It goes through an entire news cycle of everything. And for what? For Blind Mike? No, it's not worth it. It wasn't that hard. Mike Minahan, you agreed. You were like, okay, whatever, no big deal. You said that on the phone. It was a 2-minute.
It's not a big deal.
Well, it is.
Hold on.
It is a big deal when you have your guy on the air say, I don't have the balls to fire him. Now I got to fucking fire him or talk to him and let him see if he can worm his way out. You make it a big deal.
How the fuck do I make it a big deal? You asked us to come on. I'm coming on.
Because your guy was on the radio saying Dave Portnoy's a pussy. Fire me, you pussy.
Well, fine. You said it. What I said is...
What would I do if Mantis said that? What would I do if nobody here said that? I'd fire him.
I never said it was a big deal. It's not a big deal.
Mike makes it a big deal. He makes it a big deal. I have the option now. Have a no-name employee be like, hey, Dave Portnoy's a pussy. Fire me, you pussy. Who else would say that here in his position? Nobody.
Of course, it was stupid. I was pissed, and I meant it at the time, and I was angry, and I shouldn't have said it probably, but I was fucking mad.
So what do you want me to do?
I give him credit. If he thinks you're a pussy, he said it at least, as opposed to other people who have told me behind your back that you're a pussy in that building many times, and they won't say it on the air. At least he says it.
Who? Tell me who. You're not a pussy, right?
Riggs,
Tell me who.
Riggs many times.
Riggs?
What?
Carabas, many times. Riggs tells me that. Many times.
Just give me proof. We didn't even talk. What are you talking about?
Oh, many times. It's embarrassing.
Yeah,
it's
okay,
embarrassing. Every day he'll text me, pussy.
So all right. So the question goes to you, Blind Mike. You called me a pussy, say I have no balls, I hate you so much, I should fire you. You want me to fire you?
I don't.
Okay, so then, I think the apology should be you have to come here to New York and kiss my feet. Then you can keep your job. Your choice.
Just the next time we go? Because I don't drive.
No. We'll get you a train ticket. We'll get you here. Kiss my feet. Say I'm sorry. You can go back to your show. Other than that, you're fired.
I mean, it wouldn't be the most embarrassing thing I've done for you, so sure, why not?
Okay, deal. Thanks, guys. Talk to you later.
Cool.
Full of shit. Minahan sets him up for failure. He sets them up for failure. They'll roast me on the show, get all the people. We had a conversation. It had nothing to do with the blog. The blog was fine. I agreed with it. Trenny is an idiot. Doesn't matter if the person we're dealing with is rational idiot. She's a lunatic. But they're a group of people. I could go down the list. They're fucking lunatics. Rationale, common sense does not apply to these people. Do I want Blind Mike to start that war? No, I do not. That's all it said. Kirk, whether he agreed, disagreed, it was a civil, 2-second conversation. It didn't take long. He's like, yeah, all right, fine, no big deal. Moved on, vacation. And then I got to get this. Blind Mike on the radio saying, I'm a pussy if I don't fire him. Who here would do that? They live in this bubble, but honestly, somebody on Blind Mike's level, I don't know, Mantis or fucking...
That's the third ricochet shot, Mantis.
I'm trying to think Vibs or the lower level guys who are new here who got jobs, who would be out of the blue, hey, Dave's a fucking pussy if he doesn't fire me. Grow some balls and fire me. Where can you do that?
And expect that not to be brought up on radio or somewhere.
And by the way, I probably won't even know about it, but the Minahans account, the actual Kirk Minahan account, they clip it and they send it to me 10 times. And people are sending it to me. Obviously, I'm going to see it. They're making sure I see it. And I swear to God, I would have fired him. And why I had Kirk on the phone is what I thought was going to happen is Kirk was going to say, if he goes, I go. I'm going, all right, you both go. Fine. I'm not dealing with it.
You said over a break, you were like, what are the predictions? And you said, I think the podcast will be canceled within 10 minutes.
Yeah, because I didn't think they'd back down. I thought it was going to be, no, he can say that, and I'm going to be like, well, and I have to fire you. And I think Kirk's talented and good, but you want to stir the pot. You're not dealing with that fucking clown at WEI. You cannot Some people can. I'm not going to fire Big Cat if he's like, Dave's a pussy. Fire him. He's too valuable. Blind Mike, I'm on the record. I don't even fucking like the guy. So, like, what makes you think you're going to do that? And just me not, like, that was in the good, and I don't even want him kissing my feet. Just the fact he said he would. I can't have a blind guy kissing my feet. That's, like, too tough. Maybe I'll think of something else. But just the fact he acquiesced, he's like, fine, I'll do it. I don't know. I mean, Kirk set him up for failure.
Yeah, something got lost in translation between you don't want Blind Mike leading a charge and this article is sexist.
Like, how was it? It wasn't sexist at all. It was, I said literally to Kirk on the phone, it was a pretty good blog. Like, for a guy who didn't write, I agreed with everything he said. The whole story is insane. But if we want to cover it, we'll cover it by, like, our top guys. So I'll fucking write it. And then if people want to call in the press and quotes, they're quoting me, not fucking Blind Mike.
It sounded to me like what got lost in translation was you told Kirk very clearly, I don't want Blind Mike leading the charge of us going against a feminist. And that got translated as like, he doesn't want you writing about feminists or something like that.
And when I say feminists, there's rational, smart feminists who like us. This lady Trenny is like nuts. Like, what she did's nuts. She hates everything. Fine, I don't care. Do I really want to deal with another one of these lunatics? And I'm not like going to do it because Blind Mike doesn't like her, you know? I don't like her either, but I'll choose when we enter those. So that's that. And again, I do say Kirk sets him up because Kirk, like, they're going back and forth. Kirk said it. I represented the conversation accurately, and then he tried to shift it to, like, different after Blind Mike's like, well, I didn't know that. Blind Mike, and, you know, you bring up the size 6 skinny jean. He's lucky he has a job. I mean, he's lucky he has a job.
Riggs, would you like to apologize to Dave for calling him a pussy to Kirk?
I would, for the record, like to state that I do not text Kirk Minahan that Dave's a pussy. If I were going to say that, I would say it on the air.
There's very few people here who wouldn't say that, I think, to my face. Like, I guess the only people I feel like who would actually call me a pussy are, like, higher level guys who would clearly have no problem saying it to my face.
Yeah, I agree with that. That was Kirk Minahan. Things got intense